So let us start with lesson number 7, Introduction to Microbiology. So different types of microbes are useful to us. What are microbes? They are small organisms which can be seen only through microscope. Bacteria, virus and all. Now what is applied microbiology? So it is the biology in which we study the enzymes related to prokaryotes and eukaryotes and the proteins, applied genetics, molecular biology, all these things we study in applied microbiology. So we use it for making products which are there in food and medicines on a large scale with the help of microbes. Now industrial microbiology. So it is related to the social, environmental related processes and products. So various microbial processes are useful or carried out. Then we have the different features, main features of industrial microbiology. So various productions with the help of fermentation process. So we can produce bread, cheese, wine, raw materials for enzymes, nutrients, medicines, etc. So use of microbes for garbage management and pollution control. That is also important for us. Now dairy products. So since ancient time milk is converted to various products and that is for preservation. Now milk gets spoiled in one day. So instead of using that we can convert it into something else which can be stored for a longer time. For example, cheese, butter, cream, kefir, yogurt, etc. So kefir is like yogurt only. So water content. So water content and acidity of milk changes during formation of these products. So the texture, color, flavor is improved. So you know that when you turn milk into curds, the proteins come together, the taste changes, it becomes sour to taste. Okay. So these processes are performed on large scale with more skill. For production of most of the milk products, bacteria is used which is present in the milk itself. Cheese is produced with the help of fungus. Basic process is production of yogurt. So curds, making curds, dahi. Cheese is and cream is the same. Milk is pasteurized. Pasteurized means what? It is heated to a particular temperature and then again temperature is reduced. At the beginning to destroy unwanted microbes. So we heat it and cool it. So when we heat it and cool it, microbes die. Sudden heating and sudden cooling, microbes will die. So then it is fermented with the help of lactobacilli. So lactobacilli is a bacteria. So in this process lactose sugar is converted to lactic acid. So lactose sugar converted to lactic acid by lactobacilli. So remember that milk contains a lot of protein also. So proteins are coagulated with the help of lactic acid. So compounds with taste and flavor are also formed. For example, diacetyl has flavor of butter. Yogurt production. So yogurt is a milk product with the help of lactobacilli. So for maintaining the protein content, condensed milk powder is also mixed with it. Milk is boiled and once it cools to a warm temperature, bacterial strains of Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus delbrueckii are added to it 1:1 proportion. So lactic acid is formed due to Streptococcus that makes the protein to gel out and give dense consistency to the yogurt. Acetaldehyde like products are formed due to lactobacilli that gives characteristic taste to the yogurt. So nowadays various fruit juices are mixed with yogurt to impart different flavors. For example, strawberry yogurt, banana yogurt, like that. The shelf life of yogurt can be improved by pasteurization. Okay, so you heat it and cool it and then you can keep it for a longer time because bacteria are killed in it. Now butter. So two types of butter are there, sweet cream and cultured butter. Microbes are used for production of cultured variety. Then cheese production, have a look at it. They have shown us the picture of cheese. So cheese production on large scale for abundantly available cow milk is done throughout the world. So Lactobacillus lactis, Lactobacillus cremoris, Streptococcus thermophilus, they are all mixed with milk. So these are microbes. So they do reactions on the milk products and they convert it into cheese. It imparts sourness to the milk. After this dense texture, whey, that is the watery yogurt, needs to be removed. So they convert it into curds, and then you remove the water from it, and this water, which contains again protein, is called as whey, WHEY. And enzyme rennet is used. Okay, earlier it was used, so traditionally it is used from the alimentary canal of cattle, okay, to convert it into cheese. However, enzyme protease is used, which is obtained from fungus, to produce vegetarian cheese. So whey is separated from yogurt, which has some other uses. Then process of production of cheese is started through step like cutting into pieces, washing, rubbing, salting, mixing with essential microbes, pigments, flavors, color, whatever you want, you can mix it to it. Then cheese is cut into pieces and stored for ripening. Now some part of this chapter has been omitted for this year, but you can for information I am going to teach everything. So do you know, normally it is not there, but we have to understand it. So during industrial production of milk, strict cleanliness and sterilization is necessary. So whichever bacteria you want, that should be present. Unwanted bacteria and viruses should not be there, otherwise the milk product will be poisoned, it will have something else. Virus resistant bacteria are developed so that they are not affected by the virus. Recently, use of mutant varieties of bacteria has been increased. Artificially, some strains are developed that will help to avoid unnecessary steps, materials. Freshly prepared cheese is always soft, cottage cheese, then cream cheese, mozzarella cheese. On storing 3 to 12 months, semi-hard cheddar cheese is formed, whereas ripening for 12 to 18 months, very hard Parmesan cheese is formed. So these are all different names of cheese. Depending on how many days you keep it, the name changes. Okay. Now probiotic, this is very important part. This can come in exam. What are probiotics and why they are so famous? So probiotics are nothing but milk products. They contain active bacteria. The bacteria is alive there and it is good for our health. So which type of bacteria are present? Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus casei, Bifidobacterium bifidum. These bacteria, these microbes, they maintain the balance of intestinal microbes. So you are not one organism. You are made up of many cells, and inside your body also there are different types of microbes. So there are different types of bacteria, and there is always a balance between the good bacteria and the other types of bacteria which can harm you. If the balance is changed, then you fall ill. So your immune system mainly consists of bacteria. Your bacteria protects your intestinal balance. So there we should increase the population of microbes which help in digestion and decrease the population of harmful microbes. That is, example is given Clostridium. So probiotic products are available in various forms like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, that is a pickle of cabbage, dark chocolate, miso soup, pickles, oils, corn syrup, etc. Spirulina, chlorella and all. So चांगले बॅक्टेरिया वाढवायचे आणि जे त्रासदायक बॅक्टेरिया आहेत ते कमी करायचे, आणि हे सगळे नावं दिलेले आहेत बॅक्टेरियाची. तर त्याच्यामध्ये वेगवेगळे फॉर्म्स अवेलेबल आहेत. तर इट कॅन बी इन योगर्ट, केफीर, मिसो सूप, पिकल्स, लोणचं वगैरे, ऑइल्स ह्याच्यामध्ये आहे. सो वाय दे आर सो इम्पॉर्टंट? सो रिमेंबर दिस, हे खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. दीज प्रोडक्ट्स form the colonies of useful microbes in alimentary canal and control the microbes and their metabolic activities, improve resistance and lower the ill effects of harmful substances formed during metabolic activities. Useful microbes become inactive due to antibiotics. Probiotics make them active again. Nowadays, treatment of diarrhea and treatment of poultry is also done with the help of these probiotics. So probiotics, they are available in different forms. You can take it, and that is really helpful for your digestive system. Digestive system नीट करण्यासाठी probiotics important आहेत. ठीक आहे.